Hi, and welcome to Berke Creations podcast. Finally, I'm Sophie from Transylvania, and I like knitting. I was pretty much away for a long time, so those who come back, welcome, and any new viewers, I hope you will enjoy this. So yeah, as I said, I was pretty much away. The intensity of my knitting did not diminish, but the intensity of life also did not. It's like, yeah, the start of the year was pretty sad, with a lot of grief, and it is, but it's kind of getting better, and knitting helped me so much with dealing all the loss that I encountered. So I thought it's time to show you what I was making since December, the beginning of the year. Yeah, Christmas was also like shit. Yeah, and now it's actually snowing like so much, like a snowstorm, and it's end of March, right? So I will start with this because I actually want to wear it. And yeah, I've been just so bad at keeping track of everything, updating Ravelry, but I hope I can do that, and you can check out any information you want to know, or you can just ask me, and although I'm very bad at answering emails and messages, I will try my best. Yeah, so my first object that I'd like to show you is the Onyx Cowl. And oh my god, I had this burgundy DK weight yarn, and it looks like they are not the same color range. It really looks stripy here on the camera. In the real life, not so much. I was aware that this part of the cowl will be darker, but because I just had one ball that was a little bit for the eye, showing differently, but I decided that it's no big deal because the Onyx Cowl by Whitney Hayward, it needs to be folded here at the brim, so, or whatever, at the neck, needs to be folded. So I was figuring out that, okay, if I use that lightly darker shade of burgundy, it will be not so obvious, and for me it's not so obvious after all. But this, I couldn't see at all with my eyes, so it's the first time I see it on a camera. Anyway, I really love this pattern. So, and this is how it looks for me. And it's just so fun to wear this. It's so unusual and really lovely to wear. Let me try it on. I mean, I should actually wear it. I'm kind of chilly here, but so yeah. This is how I like to wear this, folded back, and yeah, just a little bit arranging it. So yeah, it was super fun to make, super easy, DK weight yarn, so pretty quick. And also all this little ribbing gives enough interest and occupies my mind when I needed it. So I will definitely make another one, and maybe in a darker shade of colors, even darker like this. So yeah, what I wanted to mention, I feel like this ends like really need a tassel, so probably I should add that. Anyway, in real life, all these color differences don't really bother me or don't show so much. So this was something super fun to make. not super fun to make. That's like such a cliche thing, like everybody says that, but what I wanted to say when I was like feeling really bad and it's kind of occupied like my mind, and as I said, grieving to the beginning of the year, this was, yeah, this was not fun, but it was like a lifeboat, like something to keep me floating. So knitting these times became something to keep me floating, actually. And yeah, I recommend it. And what can I say? This is something that I finished, and it was just a good feeling to finish it and to wear it, and I'm kind of growing fond of this burgundy colors. So that comes back to my next project, which is also a shade of burgundy, lilac purple, and matter of fact, it's probably a hand spun yarn. After all the looks of it and how the differences and the modeling, it had no tag, only handwritten tag about the yardage. So it's definitely a hand spun yarn that I found on Facebook, like for very cheap for like second-hand yarn. So the pattern is Hortensia by Andy Sutherland. Yeah, I really like her patterns, and I actually made the spider web circular yoke ones, and yeah, she has really nice patterns, but she just disappeared from Ravelry from her personal reasons. So many of the patterns are not available. Sometimes probably they're available on her website. This pattern I bought like really many years ago, like 3 years ago probably, when I started knitting again. So, and here's a picture about it. So, and this is how mine looks. It's kind of like a really structural, really nice jacket, like a short jacket, and I really love it. The thing is, I still don't have buttons for it. Yeah, probably I should try to wear it. Yeah, so and I like that color, how it was so easy to make, and with all the short rows to have enough fabric to fold it. I think it came out really neat. So yeah, this is the color, and I just absolutely love and adore the yarn. It's all the variations was so delightful to see when it was knitted up, how it come together. It's, yeah, I can understand why knitters come into spinning. I would really much like it too, but I don't have the means for that right now. But yeah, it's just spinning your own yarn and having all these colors and also blending it. I think it's like another level of enjoyment. My next project is like everybody has probably one. It's the half and half triangle wrap. So, yes, I know so many people made it, and I decided I need one. It's just because all the stockinette, it was just great and mindless knit, and sometimes this is the only thing we need, just knitting stockinette. And I choose actually superwash yarn, like yeah, some places I don't have the ends opening. I don't know why, because I was wearing this already a lot. And I don't know, is this the wrong side? And this is the right side? Anyway, I don't mind how I wear this. So I choose fingering weight yarn, superwash sock yarn. And this has like a really nice mild effect. It's just some German sock yarns like Regia or something like this. So I don't really have a name for the yarns because most of them I found in thrift store or secondhand. I already mentioned this, but if I have the name, I put it down here. And the other yarn is also just has a little marred effect, like with the all the grays and the white, lighter and darker grays in it. Maybe, I don't know how much the camera picks it up. Yeah, so I think they come together very nicely. Unfortunately, on my lighter shades, I run out. And this is how I solved the problem. Just added some similar lighter sock yarn with a few little other colors, and yeah, here also some other ones. And I think it actually worked. Like, even though I have a strip that is some kind of different color, when I'm wearing it, it looks really intentional, having it like on the side like this. So I like to wear it like this mostly, with the lighter side, and to have underneath a little bit of darker. And yeah, this stripe, it makes it just a hint of a little bit of fun. So I really enjoy that. The only thing is always with my gauge. So because I know that I am such a loose knitter, I choose smaller needles for the fingering weight yarn, or the needles that I prefer to use for fingering weight yarn, and that would be like 3mm needles mostly. And I used that needle and it came out a little bit tighter, so the dimensions were shorter than the original pattern said it. And because I was running out of my yarns, I couldn't make it bigger. But then what is in this case an advantage of the superwash yarn is that it stretches over time, and it really, since I washed it 2 times, it stretched. I actually intentionally stretched it too, and then it started to become that more not that so compact of shawl with like felt too much bulk around my neck, but now it started to be looser and wider, and I think that's great, because if I would have made it bigger, then it would grow even bigger after washing, and I don't know if it will be the perfect size, but now it's slowly becoming the perfect size for me, the enjoyable size. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's why I'm wearing it on the other side around, because I have all these ends that are not woven in. Yeah, you will see more of that, don't worry. It's just I cannot be perfectionist anymore. Or maybe I never was, but it's just when you keep your mind floating, you're happy with what you can achieve. Yeah, so, and then because I really felt like I need more shawls and cowls, I made another shawl, and this was really just, how can I say, I don't want to talk about the bad memories when I was making this, but somehow, yeah, I don't know if I will wear this, if it has so many bad memories. It's just needed my attention to do something with my mind. Anyway, I used some hand-dyed yarn that I had a little bit of. Then I used some stock yarn for it. Oh, the pattern. Okay, so this pattern is the Winter Rose Shawl by Mary Elise Dougal. And I think I saw on a podcast that there was a call, and I actually finished it, but I never entered it. It just has all these bad memories because exactly around that time my mom passed away, and yeah, I couldn't be bothered about anything, just a little bit of knitting and just, yeah, doing my thing. But I used lovely hand-dyed yarn that I don't had much of, and then I used some other yarn that is slightly lighter, and this is some Swiss stock yarn and Silva Plana. Yeah, that was pretty fun because inside of the ball, which was in an elongated shape, inside it had like a little mini cone to have some extra yarn in much finer. So it's like a really equipped sock yarn. If you get holes, you can mend it with those little finer yarn. And yeah, then some more hand-dyed, and on the end I didn't know what to do because I ran out the similar hand-dyed yarns and all the stuff. I don't know, I'm not sure if this color palette is working out, kind of working out, but I really feel that something missing in the end. I just really feel it needs something to make it heavier, and also not to fall back. I mean, I washed it, but I didn't properly block it. I just left it on a rack. So yeah, and of course the ends, but you can see when I have a project that I'm not 100% happy with, or I feel like it needs some little bit of mending and tweaking and whatever, changing, I just can't be bothered to do the ends yet. Yeah. So probably I will add something here at the end, maybe crochet some leaf patterns or something, I don't know, but okay, it's not so bad, and I could already wear it like this. I don't know if in a kindergarten they notice that this mom always comes in a knitwear with hanging some threads on it. Okay, another one, another project, and so yeah, all these projects actually I'm trying to not to have a make 9, because I feel like just 9 projects to choose from or to commit to is just too little. So I remember in the beginning of January I actually intended to record a podcast, and I made all these grades of 9 that I want to make, but I made for all the categories. So I have 9 projects from last year that I shown you already, so I'm working from that. Then I have 9 projects that are cardigans, 9 projects for shawls and cowls, accessories, 9 projects for blouses, 9 projects for socks. This long sweater is from last year's Make 9. And finally I made it from Drops Air, and it's really lovely yarn to use for this project. Down here by Erika Knight, and actually by the time I wanted to cast on, it came out on Fruity Knitting with Erika Knight, all the interviews, so I was like extra motivated to make this one since I wanted it for so long. And it's long and it's nice and it's small. It's small for me because I remember that using this Drops Air yarn, I mean, I had another dress made from this, and it grew so much. I still like to wear it because it's more airy and it's longer. So I tried to take this into account, that this will grow so much. But I actually never measured or never did a gauge swatch that I washed or something. So I'm not sure if this will work out for this particular pattern, since it's knitted on a smaller needles, and I also added lurex, so that's why it's so shining. And I added this lurex also to give it more structure. And yeah, I messed it up because I don't like how the lurex is coming together with the yarn, because it feels for me like too much like girly, like teenage girly or something with this effect. And also because of the lurex, maybe it gives too much structure and it will not stretch enough to fit me. But we will find out that for the next episode. So this is Downhill by Erika Knight. And about the pattern, I just want to say, okay, before I really wanted to make this, but I was thinking, oh my god, I don't need to buy the pattern because it looks such a simple construction and I don't need to spend my money on something that I can make from my head. And I wish I would do that because it is a simple pattern. So it's really recommended for beginner knitters, I would recommend. But somebody who just looks at the pattern and like you can figure out how to make a V-neck and stuff like that and figure out your numbers, I could have done that. So it was just that time of the year I did not have the space in my mind to make calculations and think too much about numbers and all this. So what for me was disappointing about the pattern, it was that it was not in a round. So it was in front and back pieces, right, sewn together, and I really hate that. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time I will really be happy to learn about your input on procrastination. I really want to make an episode about it and talk about it a little bit more, and I'm curious about to hear your opinion. Thank you so much for watching and take care. Bye bye.